a lot of originators across the United States, and they're always kind of looking for, what's the best way in the door to get in with a real estate agent. He said, let me ask you a question. Can you let him know, what it was about me that made you decide, hey, let's tune out all these other calls, all these other people, everybody else that's reaching out, and I'm going forward with Paul. And not only am I going forward with Paul, but I'm going to give Paul every single thing that I have because I feel like there's a partnership here. And she said, what typically happens is I'm being told best program, best rates, best product, best turnaround times, best communication. And she said, you didn't tell me any of those things. But what you did do is you brought me value. And she said, you didn't even tell me you were a loan officer. You didn't even tell me that you were in the industry. You just talked to me about something that was going to change my business, and I felt it, and it felt real. And as a result of that, I wanted to do business with you. And actually, as of the time that we were having the call, he still had not told him what lender he worked for.
I love it.
She bought Paul. She bought into Paul. Paul was the guy. And the reason that Paul was the guy is because Paul brought her something that nobody else brought her, which was an idea of how she could get in front of more people and people that she wasn't thinking about. A lot of it, Scotty, was stuff that we talk about on here right now,
every
right?
Day, man. Yeah.
Which is a lot of it's the stuff that we're talking about every single day, right?
Yeah.
How to approach your divorce attorneys, how to approach financial planners, how to get in front of a market that didn't exist before you started it, right? So, the stuff that we're talking about on here, the stuff that we're teaching on here, it does move the needle. And it's not, and by the way, she doesn't even know what rates look like. No clue. Has no idea what his rates look like.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I mean, how many leads has she given him at this point in time? 20.
What? Wow.
20.
Wow. Okay.
She's a big agent.
Okay.
Yeah, big agent. This is up in New Jersey, by the way, full disclosure, right? Where we're at. She was in New Jersey.
Okay.
And, that's what she said. And again, I think a lot of times we're looking for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
we want to come in and we want to present what everybody else is presenting, right?
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And what he did, one of the things that he talks about is reflex. He wants you to get to the point where he's going to tell you something that's going to cause a reflex inside of you. So instead of a sale, right, where we have the natural way, what's our natural reflex when somebody tries to sell us?
Shy away, like close off. Like,
I'm good.
Got to think
I don't need
about
any
it.
help.
Got to
right?
talk to my hubby, my wife.
What he talked about specifically is like, well, we go to a doctor, right? And he did as a visual. We go to a doctor, and we've all done this at some point in our life, and they put you on the table, and they grab the little hammer, right? And they hit you in the knee. What does your leg do?
Boink.
It doesn't matter. It does it every single time, right? Because it's a reflex. And that's what he's talking about, was we want to build something that causes a reflex inside of somebody, not something that they can deflect, because their natural reflex is to repel you, right? So we got to stop talking about rate. We got to stop talking about, we've got this great product, this great piece of thing. You are the prize.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you just bring some of the techniques that we're sharing and share them with them with abundance, that's what's going to move the needle.
Zero expectation of anything in return, man. Like, I love what Paul talks about, where he's like, you can't use these words when you're talking to a real estate agent. Like, you can't use rate, can't use programs, can't use, I'll get you more data. Like, you can't use all these words. You have to use something else. And so he absolutely positively kills it that way. But, so who wants to, so thanks for sharing that story, man. That's
100%, brother. 100%.
Yeah. I wish we had that recorded. Maybe we do, but we can't share it. So that was a subtle way to ask if we could have that recording. Let's just play that for the show. Let's just play that for the show one time. So who wants a deal by the end of the day? Is there anybody on here that would like a deal by the end of today? It's 8:37. And if you do what I'm going to share with you by noon, by 1, by 2, by 3, I don't know how you wouldn't have a deal in the door by the end of the day. Anybody not want? Like, if you don't, then you can excuse yourself. Exit stage right. I'm just kidding. So here's the thing: how to humanize yourself. I'll unmute yourself and just say, how do we humanize this business and compete against AI that's taking over every second of every day, and it's getting better and better and better and better and better. How do you guys feel we can humanize ourselves and have people work with us and not talk to a chat bot and talk to us? How do we differentiate ourselves? How many people have talked to a client but never seen them, like seen what they look like? A lot of people, right? Like probably today, maybe yesterday. Yesterday, you talked to somebody like, man, I took an application, don't even know what they look like. Are they human? I could have been talking to a chatbot, applying for a loan, testing me. Like the lawmakers might be throwing chatbots at us to apply for loans to see what we say and don't say and what we do and what we don't do. Like that might actually happen. But what if, two things. One, what if we did FaceTime? Hey, man, I'd love to meet you personally, share with you I'm a real person. Let you know that when I call you, I'm going to call you from this number or these two other numbers with my team involved. You remember we used to talk about the parking lot text? You guys remember, like after you have a meeting, like today I'm going to present at a real estate office. So I'm going to grab all the people that are there. Hey, can I get a card? I just want to follow up with you and see what you thought and see how I can help you individually to better your business. Yeah, the law of 23, right? So what if every time you got off a conversation with an like with a past client, like with a new client, a new approval, anybody that you just get off the phone with, what if you took 2 seconds? How long does this take? 10 seconds to shoot a video message using their first name? Who does that? No. Cool. Yeah, Devin does. Devin's a beast at it. Yeah. But what if you, okay, so what if we took the daily success plan and we said, all right, instead of text messages, just plain old text messages, what if we added video to those text messages? Hey man, I was thinking about you. Hope all is well. Man, you ready for the holidays? Anything I can do to put you in a better financial situation, give me a call. I'd love to help you, your family, your friends, to make sure you guys are living the best life ever. Have a great day. Make sense? If you did that with 10 people a day, every single day, 200 a month, so 10 Monday, 10 Tuesday, 10 Wednesday, 10 Thursday, 10 Friday, and you could do it on Facebook on Saturday, Sunday, not creepy. So you could do 70 a week. Would you have more conversations or less conversations, more opportunities, less opportunities? Everybody sleeping right now? Anybody have any opinion whatsoever?
I said more.
More. Okay, cool. More what? Kathleen, what?
Conversations.
Conversations, and what comes from conversations?
Connections and deals.
Opportunities and deals, right?
I was gonna say visible. I was on mute. I didn't realize I was on mute earlier, Scott. But I noticed that the more visible I am, the more visible I am on social media, the more I interact on social media. That starts a lot of conversations. That starts a lot of questions. And when I say visible, I hate to say this, but I'm talking about like pictures of me. And if you know me, you would know that I cannot stand pictures and I cannot stand video. But unfortunately, people are visual because they're on social media and TikTok so much. So instead of like the wordy, like the really wordy posts and stuff like that, videos and pics are really good.
Videos and pics are really good.
It does. It's a connection. Yeah. Like I've seen the word Scott Hudspeth before. I've seen it before. I told Norm that I've seen it before, but it wasn't until I actually saw your face, until I saw that a connection was actually made. You became human to me, as opposed to a marketing bot.
So here's the funny part about video If I didn't do this show, would any of you know me? Like literally. Like Dion, you and I would have probably never met. We still have physically never met, but you and I would have never became close friends like we are right now. We like, and you bring so much value to so many people's lives. And it's sad that you like, I don't like pictures, I don't like video, but you like, we all are who we are. We look like how we look. We talk like how we talk. My hair is how it's going to be, whether I want it or not. I can go get fake hair. I might come on with the wig once in a while. I might actually do that just to have fun, just to show you guys I'm human. But like, how do you like? How fun would that be? We need to get Jamie to put a wig on, I think. So, no, he's like, no. So man, I just wanna, man, I just know that the power. Like I got 2 calls yesterday, Devin. And one of the guys, he literally, like, I don't know, it gives me chills. He calls me, he goes, man, I just wanted to thank you for what you do every day. And I'm like, holy crap. He took time out of his day, picked up the phone, called me and said, hey man, I appreciate you bringing so much value and all the guests and all the different things to the show. I'm like, man, I don't know what I did. Like, I literally try to help put people in a better place, leave them in a better place, give them something of value, have people on that, like we take nuggets and like on our coaching calls, I was peeling back the curtain on different things that people said and then how to take it to another level. Like, for example, one guy's like, okay, tell me a story. Tell me a success story. Well, I hope this first time home buyer and they never thought they'd buy a home. I'm like, cool. Put it in Chat GPT. Give me a social post. Popped up the social piece, right? And then I'm like, give me an email. So not only am I hitting social, and I said, give me a pic to go with it. Give me an email to go with it. Now I'm touching social. I'm touching email. Everybody in my database. What if I had a video to it? What if I go, hey, man, I just wanted to like do this short little video to share with you guys. I was able to help a first-time home buyer get into a home. I've never seen so much excitement and tears and emotions. And now they get to celebrate in their new home for the holidays, Thanksgiving. They're even going to do Thanksgiving at their house. They're going to put up a Christmas tree in their house. They got a fenced in backyard. Their dog gets to run around wild and have a blast. And they get to sit on their back porch, drinking coffee, watching the sun come up. You guys see what I'm doing? I'm painting a picture of what homeownership looks like or should look like or feel like.
Well, you could even throw in, man, I can't wait to, give you the handshake or the high five at closing when you guys are moving in. Like, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to help you. And imagine doing that. You got 2 opportunities there. We talk about this with like our dialers or the people that we have that are reaching out to set up appointments for our loan teams, right? And, one thing I always coach the loan officers is, hey, do a video the moment that they book the appointment. Mm-hmm. The moment that you see it hit your calendar, right? Reach out and say something like the agent's name is Tina. Hey, Tina, it's Devin over here. I saw you just landed on my calendar. I cannot wait to connect with you. I'm so excited. I was so excited when they got you on my appointment list, right? And then you send that over. And guess what? They just put a face to the name. You're going to have a better show-up ratio. Now think about doing the same thing with a client that you just talked to. The agent bonded you two together, and you haven't met them face-to-face, but you had a phone call with them. And then you get off the phone call and you do a video.
To both.
Hey, it's Devin over here. I just wanted to introduce myself so that we could know each other face to face. This is who you're talking to. Man, I cannot wait for closing day. I can't wait to get you guys into your house. This is so exciting. We'll talk again here this afternoon or whatever time you set up your follow-up appointment. And now they just met you face to face, right? They know who you are. There's a face to a name, and there's something very powerful about that.
And so here's the thing, like one of the things I want to share when we talk about video marketing is like we get wrapped up in in the day-to-day activities. We get wrapped up in this and that and this and that and stressed out. And maybe this bad happened. And then where emotions are like affected. We gotta put that away and remember that we have to do the basics. These are the basic things that we need to do to combat against AI, and doing these thank you videos and appreciation videos. And man, I'm so excited to see on my calendar videos. That's going to humanize us. That's going to set us so far above on the who do I work with status, like on steroids. We just got to slow down and do it. Like, I'd rather you do less calls and more couple videos than I would more calls and no videos.
Scott, can I say something on that?
No.
Okay. Perfect. No, I just put it in the chat, but I think that's what I love about the way that I think a lot of us do this in terms of getting organized with our databases in going after AI is we know our A pluses, our A's, our B's. We know that this person's getting married and really wants a little bit of money with a cash out. And we can go in and make that call versus their servicer or some call center making that call 10 times. I think that that's one of the things that we can do the most to combat it as well with video marketing, and then just knowing where these people are. I think that that's going back to the basics is I think a lot of times people get wrapped up in, I need to make X calls. It's like, no, dude, if I just needed to make 3 laser focused calls, put 3 strike rate different calls, why wouldn't I just go put 3 easy things versus make 30 calls to people that have a low conversion ratio?
Amen, dude. Amen. And going back to what Devin talked about, Paul, not talking about race, not talking about programs. How do we know what to put in the videos after we have a conversation? And here's a key test, whether you're listening or whether you're just thinking about what to say next. How do we know what to put in each individual video from each conversation that we have?
Bring up something that was mentioned on the call. Like, hey, Scotty, it's awesome hearing about your twin kids, or, hey, the new dog. I bet that's a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, whatever came up.
Yeah. So the only way to know what's like, how do we know, maybe this is a better way to ask. Well, how do we know what's important to someone when it comes to buying a home? How do we find that out?
I would say listen and watch their, if this was face to face, their body language and where they're, where they're passionate about things, because
Or voice inflection.
Ask questions,
inflection,
right?
Yes, exactly. And listening for sure. Not just worrying about what you're going to say next. Because I think loan officers salespeople probably get caught up in that, instead of like, just, okay. And it goes back to what Kobe was just saying, like, yeah, okay, you could make 30 calls, but if you do 3 that are really impactful, you're going to just feel so much better. Well, I know I do at the end of the day, like I made an impact.
Yeah.
And I think that automatically brings you more business and activity through just the universe and abundance.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you, Kathleen. So this is the Jamie approach, okay?
Would you like the Jamie approach from Jamie?
I would like the Jamie approach from Jamie. I was going to give it, but I'll let the actual Jamie do it.
Okay, so it's interesting. So Kathleen was talking, look, if you're on the phone with someone, one of the best, easiest ways to get a client is what I call sell the right thing at the right time. So if you're on the phone with someone, is it easier to sell them if you're seeing them virtually than over the phone?
100%.
Everyone. All right. If I was speaking to Kathleen, for example, for the first time ever, do you notice there's a lot of stuff going on behind her? All right. So to make it human, when I get on the virtual with her, I'm like, hey, Kathleen, I'm always curious. What's the story with so-and-so behind you? Now I'm selling a loan, but am I making it about a loan in her mind?
You're making
it
about
what's
her.
behind me, but what's actually behind me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then here's what I'm doing. Think about this, guys. You're trying to help people get into a home. If you're doing a virtual meeting with them in their home, are you finding out what things are important to them? You're just talking about what's important to them. Are you finding out things consciously, what's important to that person if you're doing a virtual in their home? Are you guys connecting the dots here? In
100%, brother. Yeah.
All right. Then the other thing I was just going to weigh in on for today, and then I'll let Scott teach things that I teach so he can get better at it himself. All right, is this, guys? If you want to be human, ask someone. You preface things like this. Am I having a natural thought right now? Is a great prefacing as a question. All right, like, am I having a look? Watch this. I'll humanize myself. So if I say, who's a name that I can go to? Is it Jeff?
Yep.
All right, Jeff, just unmute yourself for a second, just for humor. All right. Am I having a natural thought right now as a human being who's just done a drive from my girlfriend's house in Winter Park to, go down to West Palm and talk, that I can still provide value whilst I'm stood in Target in the line about to pay for something? Is it okay to be that kind of human, Jeff?
Sure.
All right. Sure. Right. Are you guys following a lot? Like, I'm not telling Jeff things, just like, hey, Jeff, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Anytime you guys, here's what makes you human. Anytime you have a thought or a feeling around something, tweak it into a question of, are you thinking human when it comes to that?
Love it.
And what will happen is the person in front of you will more align with you from that standpoint.
Amen, dude.
All right, just as I hope that helps. As that's my way of being human, is to ask someone, is it okay to be human?
Love it. Love it.
All right, is it okay that this lovely lady, all right, is helping me check out a Tarjay? All right, and she's smiling away. All right, which tells me that she's okay with my sarcasm and humor. All right, and
very cool.
Yes. Oh, all right. And I didn't even buy. There's something else that I didn't get scanned that I should have got scanned. There you go. That's real human. You're gonna get. Look, guys, go with expressions like this. Am I being? Is it okay to be human? The one I love the most is, has this ever happened for you?
Mm.
All right, it's the best one. I also think that everyday life. I've got realtor clients who have got deals by doing video messages of themselves, where they're pretty much burping their toddler baby on their shoulder, all right, and being human, and then they're going to resonate with the right audience, where it's like, hey, look, is it okay to be able to multitask and do two things at once and live a life and provide for our families? And you're going to get buy-in from people to be human. And everyone in the world, we're talking about AI today. My belief is let AI come out, because the more it comes around, the more human you are, the more authentic you are, the more you'll align with your right people for yourself.
Amen, brother. You guys see how I just walked through Target doing that whole video? That's amazing.
I don't, and what's it? No, but what's it? This important lesson I'm going to share. Look, if I'm going to share content with value and go what Devin said and share value in abundance, right? And I believe that I can do that whilst I'm walking around Target doing that. All right. Can you notice this? Do you guys care? Watch this. How do you all answer this? You can write in the chat. Do you care more about where I'm at and how I'm dressed, or do you care more about the value of the content that I just taught you guys? What's more important?
Value you just taught us, brother.
Okay, great. If you're saying appearance and where I'm at and what I'm doing, we're just not aligned, and that's okay too. My point is, though, is I made it question-based. That's the point for you guys.
Love it.
There you go.
Love it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Cheers.
Jamie, that was so powerful, because that was one of my main issues with video and with showing up, because I am operations. I've always been behind, I'm going to date myself, cubicles. There used to be cubicle cities, and they would throw the underwriters at the very back of the office in these cubicle cities. We were not seen. We didn't need to be seen. We had on jogging pants, gym shoes, and a t-shirt. We put our head down and we worked. And so when I started to kind of like teach and train, people were trying to pressure me to look a certain way. And I told them, if you don't want to listen to me because I'm not dressed up, then you're not my target audience.
Let's go.
The only thing I would tweet there is, if you notice, and you're going to be able to watch this tape back, you said the words, I told them. All right. Whenever I hear the words, I told them, basically, people don't like being told what. So instead of I'm telling them this, just ask them the question. Hey, what do you care most about? Me being dressed a certain way in this cubicle as I teach stuff to you? Or is it the actual value of the content that I'm going to teach you? And make it question-based rather than I'm going to tell, I'm telling you this. All right. And if you want to double down, guys, ask the person, why is, like, let's say I wanted more buying from you guys. All right. I ask, hey, do you care more about how I look walking through Target and stuff, or more about the value of content? Someone says value of content. Great. Why would you say that's the case? And then I'm going to get them to answer why that's the case. And then I'm going to say to everyone, who agrees with that person? And then other people are going to agree with that person.
Crazy.
So
too easy. Or Dion, you could say, hey, do you guys care more about how I look or how I underwrite your files? Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, by the way, rates are, every time you guys talk about rates, Ashley Bedford comes to my mind. She goes, Jamie, not one time have I had a Google review that's ever said Ashley got me the best rates. I'll let that simmer and sit with you guys. However you want to define, however you want to internalize that as a lesson. All right, she's one of the best, and she says not one review has ever come through and said she got me the best
Love it.
So very
cool. So here's Amit. I had Amit. So I had a call with Amit yesterday. So this one's for you. So what if you asked the client, and I got this from Jamie. So he tweaks this. You can tweak this many different ways. But what if I said to a borrower that just calls me, it's like, hey, have you ever had someone give you some financial advice that, man, just like they told you one thing that literally changed your whole trajectory of where you're at and where you're going? Like, man, if I would have just learned that, how many times have you said, if I'd have learned that 10 years ago, I'd probably be retired by now? You ever had that happen?
Yeah.
So Amit, my goal with this conversation and me helping you is to ask you a bunch of questions to find out what's most important to you, to hopefully give you that one thing. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Does that start out the conversation a little different than, hey man, why are you buying a house? Right? It's like, hey, have you ever had that one, like someone tell you one thing, change your life forever? Man, if I'd learned it 10 years ago, like on an agent, hey, have you ever had someone give you one coaching piece of advice? You're like, oh man, I finally got it. Yes. My goal today is hopefully to be that one thing. I'm gonna cover a couple things, and hopefully I can give you one piece of advice. Is it okay? Is that okay if I do that? Isn't that a different way to start a conversation with the borrower? Like they're like, who is this person? They want to help me. They don't just want to sell me something. Like, gimme. Here's the rate. Here's the sign right here. I already sent you the contract. You know. So, Devin, I appreciate you more than you know, man. Jamie, awesome stuff. Thank you for contributing
We didn't even get
today.
to the 6 things, Scotty.
Oh yeah, so I added the 5. So there's 5D. I used to talk about 5Ds all the time. Thank you, Devin. So just so you guys know, when you're making these text calls, text videos, email videos, whatever the video is, I'm adding a D. So there's 6 Ds. Okay? Death, divorce, diamonds, diapers, and debt. Number 6 is done. I'm done with this state. I'm done with the city. I'm done with this house. I'm done. I'm moving south. If you're in the northern country, it's starting to get a little chilly up there. You guys ever heard of halfbacks? Anybody not heard of halfback? Jerry knows. Halfback is somebody that comes to Florida, too freaking hot, they move halfway back.
So Scott, you're right on the money with the done thing. Like, I don't know how many people here see this. I see it every week where people in your subdivision or people in your neighborhood are moving because they can't afford their home anymore. And they're moving not to another part of the state. They're moving to another state altogether because it's too expensive for them to live right now.
Yeah.
Like this is happening right now.
Right now.
We've got it all. Literally, it's in our forums in my subdivision where people are talking about the reason why they're moving. It's because taxes have gone up and their property values have gone up. And as a result of that, they can't afford the homes that they purchased a few years back.
Yep.
So the done is a real thing. It's happening right now. There's a lot of people that are done.
And here's the thing. They can't work with you. They can't refer you, their friends, family, coworkers, if what?
You don't ask.
They don't remember you, first and foremost. If they don't hear from you, and if you don't ask, Jeff, you nailed it. If you don't ask, how can I put you in a better financial situation? Is there anything I can do to help you? Right? That's a big deal. So please do me a favor. Your fans, I call them your fans, your VIPs, the people that know, like, and trust you, people you've worked with in the past, they want your help. They want expert advice. Ask enough questions, give them some advice, zero expectation if you get on the phone with zero expectation of anything in return, just to listen and ask questions and find out where they're at, where they're looking to get to, anything I can do for you in the next 6 to 12 months. I always love that question, because if they're wanting to do something right now, what are they going to tell you? Man, we were talking about it last night. Ooh, reticular activator kicks in. Boom. Now they're thinking about it. They're hearing stuff, talking about stuff. If you're not there in that visual, no chance. No chance.
And then send them a video text.
Send them a video text, man.
It was great talking to you, by the way, you know?
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, guys. Everybody get something out of today? Put in the chat. Yes, no, maybe.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. All right, my friends. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here as always. Thanks for hanging out. Jeff, man, so nice to see you, brother. And same time, same place tomorrow right here on the MLO Live show. Take action. Do me a huge favor. Just if it's just one, send one video today. I'd prefer you send 10, but send 10. Just say hello. Hey, I just wanted to check in. I came across your number on my phone. Just wanted to check in, see if there's anything I can do to put you in, like, help you in any way, shape, or form. Just that's it. See what happens. I challenge you. No call to action. Don't even have a call to action.
Yeah.
You're going to be visible.
Thinking about you.
Yeah, just thinking about you. People, and hey, give me a call back if you get a chance, because the whole goal is to get them on the phone. Give me a call back if you get a chance. I'd love to say hello. That's it. Have a conversation. Hey, how's it going? Anything? Did you have fun over the summer? Any fun plans for the holidays? Any trips planned? Anything I can do to help put you in a better situation? That's it.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Q and Tom. You know, they both sent me a video just last week. So, you know, guys, appreciate you for thinking about me.
Yeah, man. All right, what you got for us, Devin?
How about some of this?